Did you know that 200,000 people in the U.S. are required to register for a sexual offense committed not as adults, but when they were children? That's more than 20% of all registered citizens living in society. Here's one story that we hope will move you to action. If you agree, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Jared is 40 years old and required to register for an offense he committed when he was 12. At that time, the court required him to live at Oregon's McLaren Juvenile Corrections Facility, where he spent 9 years living in a cottage with people quite a bit older than him, like 6 or 13 years older. Jared recalls,
I missed out on my childhood. I look at my relationships now and see that I'm emotionally stunted. There are things I should have learned at this point in my life socially, but being locked up in McLaren, basically it stops your emotional growth.
A law passed in 2014 gave judges in Oregon discretion to determine whether children should be allowed to start with a clean record at age 18 or placed on the sex offender registry. However, Jared's case was adjudicated long before that, and his judge was given no discretion at all. So when Jared was released from custody at age 21, his name and address were published on the internet for the world to see.
It was weird. It was a tough adjustment being released. You go from being told what to do, when to do it, to just being given complete freedom of everything.
Getting a job has been difficult.
It's worse than being a convicted felon. Any job I applied for when I got out was rejected. I was told I couldn't work because my name was on the registry, even though my records were sealed because I was a juvenile.
Let's illustrate this problem. If Jared was offered a job based on passing a background check, his juvenile conviction would not show up. That would be good news. But wait a minute. The employer can still see that Jared is on the registry and decide not to hire. And if Jared explains and the employer likes what he's hearing but wants some proof or documentation, guess what? Jared wouldn't be able to access those records. Why? Because they were sealed. He cannot access them. Why? For his protection. Jared, as a grown adult nearly 3 decades later, could miss out on a job opportunity because of something he did as a preteen child. Jared is not alone. Many adults who committed their offenses as children are caught in the same legal limbo with little chance of escaping. The registry was created to protect children, and yet thousands are institutionally and publicly harmed by it. If you agree that people deserve a second chance to be productive members of society, then please join NARSOL and contribute your time, talents, and resources to our cause.